Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about why this is bad news for the release date of the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remaster and Remakes of Vice City, San Andreas, and Grand Theft Auto 3. So let's begin with industry insider Tom Henderson, who ended up saying this the other day. As you guys know, Tom has released information about GTA 6, and Rockstar's future plans, and is known as a video game insider for Battlefield and Call of Duty, so it's likely he would have connections in this subject as well. So regarding the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remaster, he ended up saying this the other day. I wasn't going to mention the GTA Remastered Trilogy because everything I've heard has been covered. The only difference is I don't believe the launch time frame is correct, with him going on to say it's going to be sometime in 2022. Whoa. Okay, so the reports right now are that this is going to be coming out in fall 2021. And I think most people are believing that this is going to come out around the anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 3, which is going to be in October. So that would obviously put us in the fall of 2021. But he is reporting that it could be sometime in 2022. Now, the only reason I could see Rockstar not doing this is because that might be released too closely to the expanded and enhanced version of GTA 5. But you would think that Rockstar might want to package these games together, so it might be the perfect opportunity instead of stealing the spotlight away from expanded and enhanced Grand Theft Auto. So I'm not really too sure what to make of that. At least at the end of the day, I would assume it would be in early 2022. And Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds 2 also believes that this is the case as well, because he said this the other day on the GTA forum site. Regarding Tom Henderson's post, he said, "I don't know about that. Take-Two has 3 unannounced remasters set for this fiscal year ending April 2022. Unless Take-Two updates the list to delay it, these titles should realistically release before that date. Plus Rockstar's hint of a surprise for GTA 3 anniversary. They made it clear that something special is planned for the GTA 3 anniversary, and sure, plans could change, but I'm pretty sure they would try their very best to squeeze it into October." So the fiscal year is ending on April 2022. So technically, the games could come out in January, February, March, or April, anytime in 2022, and Take-Two Interactive's announcement would still be correct. But October and fall of 2021 just makes way more sense. The anniversary alone would likely drive more people to be interested in a remaster of Grand Theft Auto 3, and then, of course, Vice City and San Andreas as well. Releasing it in 2022 after the expanded and enhanced version, to me, that just doesn't seem like it makes the most sense here. So we're getting a couple of conflicting reports, but Tez Funds 2 does say this. He said at least Henderson backs up the possibility of the trilogy happening. It started with the GTA forum, staff hints, then 3 sources, then Andy Robinson from VG News, then Gematsu, and then Tom Henderson. So he's just giving a timeline of all the things we know so far. It started with Grand Theft Auto Forum staff members giving hints and clues. We've talked about that in the past. And then Kotaku actually came out with their article last week saying that the remasters were happening according to their sources, which obviously sparked this entire conversation. And then Andy Robinson, who is a editor for Video Game Chronicle, he can also corroborate this with his tweet saying, "I guess I can corroborate this now," which basically means he's confirming or giving support to that statement that the remasters are coming, and that he's heard from his own sources as well. Because according to the website he works for, Video Game Chronicle, their own posting about this says the report corroborates information VGC has received recently from its own sources, which also suggests the remasters were in development. And then if you're wondering who that other one is, Gematsu, they have their own report as well that says Rockstar Games is developing remakes of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, Stadia, iOS, and Android. According to a Kotaku report, which Gametsu can now corroborate. So you've got different sources that are confirming what everyone is saying, that this is happening. And Gamatsu said the exact same thing on the Kotaku article. They did mention one thing different. They said, though Gamatsu has heard that there will be some content changes to make the games more suitable for modern audiences. Now, I don't know entirely what to make of that. I'm assuming this is just going to be a mix of the new and old graphics, the updated user interface, but retaining the same GTA style that we know and love. Just it's going to make more sense in a modern setting. Because that was one of the things I talked about in my previous video, is that if you were to go back and play these games now, yes, the nostalgia is there, but the controls and the graphics are things that are incredibly outdated. So if it's a mixture of both of those things, retaining that nostalgia and also updating the controls and the graphics, etc., I think you've got a winning combination here. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video today, this is actually from Rockstar themselves, something interesting that happened that on the surface might not look like it relates to the Trilogy Remaster, but I think it is. And that is the Rockstar Games store, which actually got an update. So the Rockstar Games warehouse, which was where you could previously buy things like Rockstar gear or digital games or shark cards, it has been replaced with the Rockstar Games store. It is a brand new, refreshed look of where you can buy games, collections, and gear. And one of the rumors with the GTA Trilogy Remaster is that it's only going to be available digitally and that they're not going to actually sell physical copies of this game. So if that's the case, Rockstar would want a really sleek and updated digital marketplace where you could buy these titles. And that's exactly what I think they did here. They updated their store, which I will leave a link to in the description. Now, they did not make a formal announcement of this other than, briefly mentioning it on social media. But I think this is a clear indication that the remasters are going to be happening and that it's going to be here on at least a digital version. Now, I also suspect this because this is what Rockstar did right before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out on PC. They released the Rockstar Games launcher. And why would Rockstar do that if they didn't have any new upcoming PC titles? Well, sure enough, they released the Rockstar Games launcher, and then boom, RDR2 came out on PC. So I think we're going to be seeing the exact same thing here. Rockstar is updating their store, and I'm going to assume in a couple of weeks or months that the Trilogy Remaster of 3, Vice City, and San Andreas will be available digitally on this store. So that right there is sort of an update to everything we know so far about the GTA Trilogy Remasters. Some maybe not so good news for the release date, some more details on how the game is likely going to look, and sort of a refresh on who has been reporting what so far. Again, we're just waiting to hear from Rockstar. They're the only person in the world, seemingly, who has not talked about this thing. Their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, has definitely hinted at it, but they are remaining radio silent. And so far, we're only getting information on GTA Online updates, Red Dead Online events, etc. But hopefully that's about to change because we're almost at the end of August here, and that means we're getting closer and closer to that anniversary time, and hopefully when we'll be getting some more information on this GTA Trilogy Remaster and Remake. But anyways, I would love to hear from you guys in those comments down below, or you can reach out to me on my Facebook page, where you can send photos, videos, messages, and more, and you can let me know what you think about that over there as well. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.